Every project manager has 5 areas of responsibilities, and the degree to which we say that a project is successful is dependent on the degree to which a project manager pays attention to these 5 areas of responsibilities. Let's jump right into it. Hello everyone, welcome back. In today's video, we are going into chapter 3 of project management by Gary R Heerkens. Every project manager has 5 areas of responsibilities, and the degree to which we say that a project is successful is dependent on the degree to which a project manager pays attention to these 5 areas of responsibilities. Recall that in chapter 2, we mentioned various ways that a project can be deemed successful, which are if the project meets the project targets, and secondly, if the project was managed efficiently. I remember we mentioned that if a project wasn't managed efficiently, then the project cannot be seen as successful. Thirdly, the user utility is the client making use of the project deliverable for what it was originally designed for. And fourthly, organizational improvement. That is to say, how did the project benefit the organization? Bearing in mind that every organization that goes into a project has one major reason: it's money. Money, either to make money or to save money. That's the bottom line of all projects. Bottom line of all projects: to make money or save money. One area of responsibility for every project manager is the project. That's number one area of responsibility. Every project manager is responsible for the project, to ensure that the project is efficiently managed, that the project meets the project timeline, follows the schedule, that the project meets the project cost, is not above budget. The second area of responsibility is to the organization. You are there as the agent of the organization, and whatever you are doing has to be in favor of the organization. Whatever policy, whatever decision you are making has to fit into the organizational business goals. The project you are managing is expected to bring in certain return, certain tangible returns to the organization, and you're also responsible to providing information, either status reports or whatever information is needed to the organizational management. You have to proactively give information to the key stakeholders. Note the word proactively. It is very crucial to the career of every project manager to give proactive, valuable information. So if a stakeholder is lacking in a crucial information, it is the fault of the project manager. And so that is one of the responsibilities of the project manager. Thirdly, you're responsible to the team. So a project manager has to also keep the team informed. Information again, keeping the team informed, and to also give constructive feedback and appreciate those team members that do well during the project management process. Finally, a project manager is responsible to himself or herself. Certain organizations, if not most of the organizations, do not have a laid out career development path for project management. And so it is the responsibility of the project manager to ensure that he or she is up to date with project management information and is not lagging behind. So you have to constantly develop yourself. You are responsible for yourself. The challenges that come with project management. Challenge number one: the responsibility versus authority trap. I remember in chapter 1, we talked about you will be having a lot of responsibilities, but you will find out that you are lacking the authority to match the responsibility that you have. That is what this point is about right now: the responsibility versus authority trap. And God help you if you are in a matrix organization, matrix organization now, that this one is reporting to this, if you are in such an organization, the gap between responsibility and authority will be wide, very wide, I'm telling you. And that is one of the problems, the challenges that come with project management. And so the project manager has to rely on his ability to influence, on building a top-notch leadership skill, and the ability to influence people and motivate people. Number two, working with team members that have silo mentality. One of the challenges that you will face as a project manager is getting your team members to overcome the tendency to think in favor of their own department. Usually, a team is made up of people from different departments in an organization. So you have people from the marketing department, people from the HR unit, people from the technical department, from the product design department, and so on and so forth. And these people tend to think in favor of their department. That is what silo mentality is. Yeah, they are not concerned, so to say, about how their decision, their action will affect the entire organization and the project, which is even more paramount. They are more concerned about what will favor their units, their departments. And this sort of thinking can be counterproductive to the project because everybody is not looking at the big picture. They're not looking at the project's goal, the project objective. They are rather focused on how to benefit their department, how to benefit their unit. And this can pose a challenge to a project manager. Challenge number three, imposition of unrealistic targets. This one has to be the matter of them all. Like it has to wear the crown of the challenges that project managers face because imposition, my God, you are just, it's heavy. Because I have coordinated projects that you have to see. Let's go right into the future. Let's forget about all those ones. I want to read these exactly the way the author wrote it, and then we'll go from there. Sound project management practice suggests that project goals, which is the cost, the schedule, the quality, and functionality, should be determined through a systematic process of understanding customer needs, identifying the best solutions, and formal planning. Throughout this process, realistic assumptions about resource availability, quality of the material, and the work process, just to name a few factors, should be used. Please stay with me. This approach yields a credible estimation of what is reasonably achievable. If this estimation does not meet business goals, the then a systematic risk versus return process should be pursued until it can be verified whether or not the targets can be met within a given level of elevated risk. That is the process that should be followed. Unfortunately, we live in the real world. Targets are too often based on desire or a vague sense of what should be achievable rather than calculated business needs. Most times, the target set for a project is unrealistic. This is one of the challenges that project managers face. If you've been assigned a project with unrealistic timeline, deadline, the worst you can do is reverse scheduling. That is working your schedule from the end date and then working your way back to the current date to ensure that everything fits into it. This is very risky because you will not see the true level of risk involved in the project. Finally, the struggle, the tussle between certainty and uncertainty. The stakeholders, organizational managers need certainty. They want you to give them 100% accuracy and certainty that this is how this is going to happen. But then every project has its uncertainties. And these uncertainties, we discussed this in chapter 2, represent the risk. And the risk affects the project manager's confidence to give prediction with 100% accuracy. The level of information that a project manager has about the project determines the level of accuracy for that project. And the standard project management practice is that when a project manager is uncertain about, let's say, the cost of the project, you should give a range depending on the level of information available to this project manager. So he can say that, we're looking at the range of, let's say, 20 million naira to 50 million naira. That's the standard practice. But this standard practice can be perceived as inaccuracy. Many project managers receive unfavorable response to such crude estimates because, well, for approval, for the project to be approved, management needs certainty. But every project has uncertainties, and these uncertainties never goes away. Neither does the management's crave for certainty. With this, we have come to the end of today's video, and thank you for watching. Do not forget to like, to share, to subscribe, and to leave a comment down below. So tell me if something resonated with you, there was a point that resonated with you, there's something you love about the point that the author raised. I would love to hear from you in the comment section. Thank you for watching, and do take care of your lovely self until I see you in my next video. Bye.